Hi, it's Tom Bentley here from the TB Yacht Broker YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a yacht broker for the Sunseeker London Group based down on the south coast in Poole. Now, one of my roles within the company is to document all of our new stock boats coming out of the factory through using a Matterport camera system. The Matterport is a fantastic piece of kit, and what it enables me to do is to scan round all of the individual floors of the boat, stitch that all together, and then create a 3D walkthrough. Now, I'm in a relatively unique position because I decided it would be a really good idea to enable myself to post videos of me walking through our new stock boats with added commentary, giving as much detail and as much an illustration of the boat as absolutely possible, with the hope that clients or just people who are generally interested in Sunseeker yachts can go onto my channel, have a good look around, and if they have any further questions, they can then contact me directly. Now, today I'm going to be looking at our Sunseeker Predator 50. Sunseeker Predator 50 has been out now for about a year and a half or so, and in that time we've sold close to 50 hulls of this boat, so a very, very popular model. Now, for all of the Sunseeker fans that are out there, you would have guessed that the Sunseeker San Remo was previous to this yacht, but I wouldn't look at this as a direct replacement of the Sunseeker San Remo, more so a kind of a miniature version of our older Predator 57, which has now changed into our Predator 60 Evo. It still keeps those beautiful, there's no better word for it, sexy lines that the Predator has always been very famous for. But again, the Predator has always been very famous for as being a fantastic sea boat. And having sea trialed quite a few of these myself, I can absolutely tell you that that has kept its same kind of heritage all the way through. That deep V configuration that Sunseekers are so famous for really kind of cuts through those waves rather than just bouncing off the top. So what we're going to do here today is to run through a current stock boat that I have here down here on the south coast that is currently available for sale. Now, this boat is spec'd with twin Volvo D8600 engines. It is a shaft drive boat, and actually, let me be clear that all of the Predator 50s are built as a shaft drive option. That is the only option that you can choose. Now, the reason for that is because around the time of launching this boat, Volvo Penta came out with their joystick drive system, which can attach to the stern thruster, the bow thruster, and the two screws. And interestingly, can also adjust both rudders on the boat, where other competitor joystick drive systems can't, and bring all of those together to be able to drive the whole boat off of that joystick. So realistically, we're getting the best of both worlds here. And you'll notice quite a few technology advancements when we come round to that Garmin system that's twinned with Volvo Penta as we get up to the Helm. So what I'm going to start off with here, as always, we've got our dollhouse view. So this gives us a really good idea of what the boat looks like from the side. But what I'll do is I'll just spin ourselves around so we're looking straight down the front of the boat, and we'll jump straight in. So our first point of call here is actually stood right here on the back platform. Now, underneath this tender garage that you can see in here, you actually have got space for a new Williams 345 jet tender underneath there. The boat comes with a tender recovery roller system. So what happens is that lid lifts up. The hydraulic platform, the high-low platform that we have down here at the bottom, will drop away, and you can just unhook the boat from the winch that's within that garage and draw the boat out into the water. And the same is a very easy recovery system as well. We bring the garage lid back up, drop the platform. There are actually some holes to put some additional kind of wheels to guide the boat up onto that recovery roller system on that back platform, and then guide that and then draw that back in through the winch. So again, you get this fantastic ability to keep a tender off the back platform of your new yacht, but keep it in the garage, so for when the kids want to draw it out and have a really good kind of splash around in the water. Now, one thing I really like about this boat from this view here is the twin staircase that is exactly symmetrical. They're both the same size either side of the garage. Now that really gives that feeling that this boat is a lot bigger than it actually is. You almost imagine super yachts having that only availability to have those dual staircase systems. So I really like how the designers have kept that symmetrical and kept that looking exactly the same. You'll notice as well as we pan around, we've got this boat has been specced with the stair lit lights as well, and that will continue all the way down the side deck. Those LED lights will go all the way up into the flybridge, the foredeck, and they're all dimmable as well, all dimmable light switches. So what I'll do is I'll just move us across here. You may notice actually today from the camera view behind me, you'll certainly notice it as we get into the saloon, I'm actually sitting on a Predator 50. I thought it would be a nice piece of cohesion on if I was talking about the Predator 50 that I'm walking around currently. So if I bring us up onto the steps here now, we'll get our first good look at this fantastic cockpit area that's here at the back. So as I spin us around, I'll just stop. Here we've got a fantastic view of lots of detail that's going on within this boat and how it's designed. Now, as we can see here, this is the main sun pad here for the boat. Now, this back here acts as a backrest in order for this table here. So you've got you can have people seating at different sides of the boat to have your dinner or tea or breakfast or whatever it may be. But this headrest will move. So this headrest will move across and fold over to here to create now the headrest rather than a backrest for this whole sun pad. So it really opens up that sun pad completely in order for you to enjoy your time out in the sun. But we've also thought about a few other bits as well. So if we look a bit further up here, along this area here, this is actually an extendable canopy. So this can come out all over, completely freestanding over the top of that sun pad slash chair area just there and create some shade for the back of the boat. As you can see, the table opens up completely here, so that doubles in size. So you've got a great kind of area just there. And again, another really cute piece of design that I really like what the guys over at Sunseeker have done is create this aft-facing seat. It's very, very rare for a boat of this size to have that ability of looking backwards out of the boat rather than through the main saloon area. Now, again, the view 9 times out of 10 is going to be, if the boat is held into the wind on its anchor chain, it's going to be behind you. So this kind of gives a really good perspective of looking out onto an uninterrupted view onto the world that's out there at the time. Now, a key point of where this boat has moved on from our old San Remo, again, it's not a direct comparison, but a key point is that now on this boat we have foldable patio doors that can completely shut off this whole back area here, and you can then use the air conditioning to heat and cool the boat all the way through. Now I'm going to have to apologise for a slight pause in the edit of this video, which I'm sure is going to come. I just had a couple of guys jump up onto the boat and distracted me slightly. So if you don't mind, I'm going to stitch those two together and we'll just carry on with the rest of the video from here. So I was talking about the patio doors. Now the patio doors, as I was saying, is a fantastic advantage now because you can heat and cool the interior of this boat. Now, as you can see, we've got the folding window up here, up on the ceiling. And what happens there is with a press of a button, this will then fold down and completely close off this area just here. And then with this patio door here, we can just slide that across, or sorry, turn that across, and then the whole boat will be completely shut off. So again, cooling, air conditioning, heating, reverse cycle. If you've got an e-dispatcher fitted onto the boat for maybe UK waters, then again, you can really kind of make this boat as cozy as possible. So all the kind of the winter sailing is definitely possible all the way through throughout on this boat. Now, you'll notice that this boat has actually been specced with teak flooring all the way through. Quite unusual. We don't often see that many boats specced with teak flooring all the way through. But actually, again, I really like the way that the Sunseeker have designed and spec'd this boat. It isn't necessarily something you have to have, but it really just, it continues the lines all the way throughout the boat. And actually, when you've got people running in and out with swimming togs and various other bits, then actually it creates a nice hard wearing area for the boat for people to kind of walk around in. Now, as we pop into the saloon, I'm going to show you quite a few different options here. Now, as we look here, you can probably see it behind me, but we have this fantastically big open carbon fibre and glass roof. This really lets so much natural light pour in through. It's why we've cut away this area here above the kind of main cabin entrance, if you like, to again allow as much of that natural light to pour its way all the way down through the boat. You'll notice, as you can see from this shot here, the glass on this thing, it's just phenomenal. You can really just pull the inside out, but like I said, if you've got that heating on, keeping it nice and cozy. Now this seating group up here, this area here, is probably one of my favourites on the boat. We've purposely designed it so the backs of this seating group are all nice and high. You can see this one is higher than this area just over here and again over here, so that you can use that by facing every single direction on the boat. I think designers of previous models have kind of been sometimes a little bit lazy, where they've just chucked a seating group in there and not kind of really thought that maybe you might want to face backwards down the boat or face into the helm rather than just consistently facing forward. So it's got a really kind of nice, again, cozy, snug area just up there. I'm going to spin us round to the main seating group that's in the saloon here. So as you can see, nice big open table, nice big U-shapes, seating group area, and you can see again all of the glass down the side of the boat here. You'll notice these little points just here. These will be in every single cabin. These are air conditioning units, so you can heat and cool, and you can set the temperature in every single cabin and saloon area as you want. It's not just set for the whole boat, if say for example. Now again, I mentioned the dimmer switches on the outside on the lights, but that's the same here. So we've got spotlight down lighting all the way along here, and some LEDs in the roof a bit further back as well, and all of those are on dimmable switches all the way throughout the boat. Now if I just spin us round, we'll have a good look at that stern area that we were just in. So we've got a nice uninterrupted view out of the back of the boat, so you can really see kind of how the advantage of that aft facing seating works very, very well. Now coming over to the other side of the boat, we have a TV that comes out of a fall and rise system that's just underneath here. Within here you've got glass storage and various other bits of storage that you can use, and then underneath this one here you can actually fit a 20 bottle wine cooler within that unit here. So you've got a great fridge unit that's up in the main saloon area of the boat that you can use rather than going down to the galley. As I continue to spin around, you can see that there's a sink just up here as well for various different bits, and then the service area for that sink is just underneath here, and then actually underneath here you can fit an ice maker into the boat as well. So there's lots of flexibility that we can use with the boat here, and it's not just a case of having to always go downstairs to the galley in order to then bring up cold food or drinks or whatever it may be. That can all be accessed up in the saloon. We've got this lovely Besons-only seat just stuck here. That kind of the stitching working with that stainless steel is really something quite special. Now, I promised I'd talk about the helm, so I'm going to move us right up to the helm now. This one has been spec'd with a single 19-inch Garmin monitor, but you can spec a second monitor in there. The way that we've built this boat is that we've started the specking process off with packages, so we try and include as much as we possibly can in a certain package that we think would be suited to a boater who's, let's say, on the coast here in Poole, and their main boating area is going to be between here and Weymouth or over to the Isle of Wight or whatever it may be. And then, so taking that package, we can then add on a few more to take that boat over to the Mediterranean, for sake of example. So this boat has been spec'd with a Sunseeker cruising package, and the first point of that is this joystick drive system that I'm going to discuss. So here's the joystick. As you can see, it looks like an IPS joystick. It kind of looks exactly the same as what Volvo do with their IPS joysticks. But as I said, this boat is a shaft-driven boat, and what that joystick will do is it will bring together the bow thruster and stern thruster, the two screws. But interestingly enough, it will adjust the rudders as well, which is a fantastic advantage. Now, again, the eagle eye guys, if you and girls will notice up here on the helm or up on the dash, there's no spare screen for an autopilot. And that's because Garmin have been working very, very closely with Volvo to be able to really uplift all of the equipment off the helm and keep it through these main screens. So that engine management screen that we used to have from Volvo, the 7-inch ones, that's all now into that screen. You can do all of your oil pressures, rev counters, speed, etc., 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 all come in through that screen. That autopilot that I've just mentioned is now based within that screen. But the really clever bit is that if you set up your autopilot and set a waypoint for wherever it may be, and you decide, okay, I'm tracking slightly off course, I need to come across to starboard by 3 degrees, you can actually twist the top of the joystick 3 times, and that will bring your autopilot off by 3 degrees. So again, the kind of the synergy of all this technology is really working very, very hard. You can actually set the throttles and ignore the steering wheel completely, and can actually then just drive the whole boat off of the joystick, set at a certain rev range as well. And again, Garmin are trying to make this as easy as possible and with Volvo for the client. So all of your servicing records can be stored as PDF electronic documents within this screen. So whoever's coming on to service the boat can see what's been done and can then go from it from there. There's even a kind of a navigate to system where you can actually just navigate straight to the nearest Volvo Penta dealership on there as well. So really kind of clever pieces of kit, making this as easy as possible for our clients on board. However, the usual, we've still got the kind of USB sockets, 12-volt sockets up here, obviously a VHF. You've actually got a control panel here for the electronically sliding roof, and also the electronically sliding window that we can see just up in here. Now I'm going to drop us back down, or take us down into the main saloon area here. If we just pop down these stairs and just having a quick look from where we are here now. So it's just a slightly higher position. So we've got a lovely kind of seating group area just over here. This table can fold down, and we can make it into such where you can have an infill cushion over the top of that to create another bed that goes over the top of this seating group here. The Predator 50 does come with a third cabin option, and what would happen is we would lose all of this seating group area here and put a bunk system into this area here. So depending on your personal choice of what you would like to see. And now over on this side, as you can see, we've got the galley here as well. A really nice return, and we've purposely left a load of space up underneath this boat here. Oh, sorry, underneath this boat. Up underneath this this galley top just here, so you can fit a couple of stools, a couple of breakfast bar stools up underneath, in order to kind of, if the kids are running around, you can sit them there for breakfast or wherever it may be, or if it's past 6 o'clock, a nice little gym bar. Now you've got a 2-ring hob up in here. This is the standard specification of galley, so you've actually got a microwave in this unit just here, and then a full fridge freezer down underneath this part here. You can upgrade this part of the spec, so we can cut this cupboard in half, and you can make it so you can have a Miele kind of combi oven microwave in there as well, and also a drawer dishwasher underneath. And for me personally, I think that's a good option to do that. I think it's really, really worth it if you're going to be using the boat quite a lot and cooking on board as well. I just want to draw your attention to the wood colour choice of this boat here. This has been spec'd in the black American walnut, kind of open grain satin colour. And for me personally, I actually think this is the wood colour choice that works the best on this boat. I really kind of think it brings out a lot of the character that's within the boat. Now, again, you've got storage all the way up through the back of here. You've actually got an extractor fan for the hobs up underneath here. You can open this window, so for all of the smells and stuff from the kitchen, and the galley can go straight out through here. And again, as you can see, you've got your air conditioning units, plug sockets, light sockets, etc., set up on the wall. Now, as I take one step closer towards the cabin at the front here, I just want to point out that these two beds can split. So as you can see, the join that was through the middle that we saw just on the kind of the step a bit further back, these two beds work, they're scissor berths, so they will split and come apart. So you can actually have two people lying in two separate beds, or make it as an occasional double, as you've seen here. But again, a really nice cabin. We've got plenty of storage all the way through up here. Nice big open windows along the side of the boat. Down here, again, opening portholes. If I just spin us round ever so slightly, you can see this mirror here. So this is actually a wardrobe, full hanging wardrobe in behind this unit here. Nice big TV that sits up against the wall in there as well. All of the TVs you can spec to have like an Apple TV system in them. You can have them linking into your Sonos music system as well. So really kind of clever pieces of kit all the way through. You've got the lovely LED lighting that falls down these stairs here. It really looks something special all the way through through the boat. Now what I'm going to do in this part of the boat here, this is actually your day head, but also has a Jack and Jill system in behind this boat, or in behind this door just over here. Apologies for the slightly dodgy edit. Again, I just got interrupted by someone looking at the TV on one of these boats. So back to this, the day head. So the day head, as I was saying, has a Jack and Jill system, so you can actually access this through the forward cabin, but also your guests can come in through this door here. So what I can do is I can press this and I can just jump into this bathroom here. As you can see, the Matterport camera just there in the mirror. Now that mirror has got storage all in behind it. You've got these nice big open sinks, kind of plenty of room there. They're not kind of just small sinks, just shoved in there for hope. And then you've got your full head shower system. You'll actually notice that the shower head is mounted up into the ceiling to create as much space as we possibly can in order to accommodate for our taller guests. And then you've got a toilet just in behind there. So that would be your day head, and as you can see here from that door, that's your Jack and Jill system that will enable you to come out into the thing. So I'm just going to pop out back into the main saloon, and here we are just coming out of that main cabin and into the galley. So just quickly show you the inside of the galley while we're here. So that's the 2-ring hob. Like I said, I would definitely put the microwave and the oven, the combi oven microwave just in there, and then we peel round to look back at the master through here. Now, what was really important to us, or for us, sorry, when we were designing this boat, was actually keeping as much headroom as absolutely possible through the master cabin. And as you can see, as I step inside here, there is plenty of headroom. 9 times out of 10, when a boat has a garage on the back of it, we end up compromising the headroom within the master cabin if it's at the stern of the boat, because of where their garage is situated. But we've worked really hard to kind of shave as much space as we possibly can in order to keep this headroom all the way throughout. Now, as you again look across the master cabin, you've got these lovely kind of textures and fabrics and various pieces all the way throughout the boat. You've got leather inlays over the tops of these cabinets. There's storage all the way throughout the bottom here and across here. And then you've got this lovely kind of little seating group area. I really like the way that Sunseeker have designed this seating group area. You've got a kind of twin facing here. You've got plug sockets up underneath, so you can plug a laptop in here. So if you do have a couple of families on the boat, but you fancy just kind of having a coffee in the morning or whatever it may be, this is a really good place to kind of just chill out for a little bit. And again, the sofas that used to be within the main cabins that you're just trying to kind of chuck your clothes on at the end of the evening, they weren't really fit for purpose. So I really like the way that Sunseeker have utilised this space. Again, you've got a full hanging wardrobe just in behind here, and with the full length mirror and nice big TV as we've seen just up here. And then I'm just going to pop back up here because then we have the entrance to the master ensuite. And the master ensuite, it very much a carbon copy of the bathroom you've just seen, a bit of a bigger shower, just because we can fit a bit more room down here. But again, nice big open seats, plenty of storage in behind this mirror here. And then you've got this lovely full standing shower just in behind this door over here as well. So a fantastic kind of walkthrough of what the Sunseeker Predator 50 looks like, and a kind of really, hopefully this gives you a really good idea of what the smallest boat in our range currently, funnily enough, can actually do. I personally think that yes, it may be the smallest boat in our range, but it creates a fantastic use of the space, and like I said, we've tried to be as clever as possible with what we can do with all the space, and just looking down that with that beautiful stitching that's across this seat here, and you've got the different textures between this couch and this couch here as well. You can really see how we've really thought about making this boat as beautiful as possible, but as functional as possible as well. Now I have access to the full specifications of this boat. I can send them to you via email. You can contact me directly. You just have to type in my email address, tom.bentley@sunseekerpool.com. There is on the bottom corner of this video a little subscribe button, so you can subscribe to these videos. I will be posting videos of new and upcoming stock that is available to buy through Sunseeker London Group, and also we'll be giving some sneak peeks into some of the new stock and the new CGIs that will be coming out. I hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to hearing some reviews in the comments soon. Many thanks.